Shoutouts to the YouTube community. What is up, YouTube community? Today, we're just hanging out and having a good time. We're playing the game Grim Dawn. It's a hurting people game in which you do damage. Let's seriously play this game, guys. I like to play video games for you. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I like to play video games for you. Thank you for watching. We're going to go up here. Up here, we're going to find the enemies. Grim Dawn was the first video game. 1997. This game is too hard. I require healing. Alert. This game is too difficult. The problem with video games, and I run into this very often, is that they're just too hard to play, so you usually have to anti-play them in order to gain any sort of foothold in your own understanding. I usually find that problematic because, well, first of all, there are exactly 3 things to do at any given moment, and of those 3 are 3 more per. And so, with the 3 each going on, you end up with that number again, 9. And with 9 in your presence, you begin to understand life is going to be very painful. That's why I attack the enemies in the video game. Because I think they're just reflections of me. And I think by defeating them, I'm defeating myself symbolically. This is a problem, because I'm supposed to be the good guy. I was the chosen one all along. That's why it was unethical for my enemies to defeat me. But they just won't listen. So I have to keep swinging. It hurts to hurt them. I don't like hurting people in video games. But I have no choice. When I see my enemies, I know what I must do, and it gives me that really bad feeling. The feeling that comes once in a second. The one that says, this is gonna be really bad. The sausage chef says, Josiah is playing a video game. That is correct. I cannot argue with that. Okay, so I wade through the swamp here, and I find my understanding. Opening it up, it's full of items. My attachments. It's gonna be a rough ride for me. I don't know if I was ready to take it, but I had to. So I started attacking my enemies. Using my abilities, I used Punish to make enemy feel pain. This was so good for everyone, so I had to keep swinging until they were all dead. I have to do these things. I don't even want to. That's the worst part. You think I want to do this, clicking around? What am I solving here? Not that I claim to be a problem solver, but what am I solving here? Exactly. Notice how you didn't have an answer, because if you did, I wouldn't have died just now. Thanks a lot. Seriously. You're good for me. Why do you have to be like this? I love you. So I went back to where I died. And when I got there, what I saw was terrifying. A man came swinging at me immediately. I had to fucking murder him. Yes, I am clicking. You see, it's my way of expressing that I'm still here. So I click away. Why? I don't fucking, but I keep sucking. I don't know if you are serious. Are you serious? I'm always not never unserious, if that doesn't answer your question. Unless... It's actually kind of terrifying, the amount of power that I wield in these video games. Notice how all of my enemies keep dying. What do you think that means to the enemies? Exactly. Notice how you answered that immediately because of your deep understanding. It came immediately to you, but why? Why didn't it come immediately to me? So I go north on the map. Nothing up here. Better check out over here. I love playing video games. So I kill the fucking enemies. In doing so, I make their health go down. Yay! Everybody said simultaneously. We love this for you. Then I fucking died again. Oh, no, never mind. You're serious. Bogo's Binted. Bogo's Binted. Ladies and fucking gentlemen. Bogo's Binted. How come a bird is trying to attack? Oh no, friendly bird. Good bird. Aw. I love this for me. I have a good bird over there freaking attacking my enemies. Not being a bad guy, etc. No, that's good for me. This is a good situation, you know. I feel that video games are often a place of healing in the world. Yeah, this is a vlog. This is one of those Let's Play vlogs, streams. Anyways, what was I saying? I find that when I play video games, there's a lot of healing in the world. Let me explain what I mean. So, you know about butterfly effect? Like, when you do something to someone, it like increases the chance that they chaotically evolve into a butterfly over time. Yeah. Well, it's like that, except with video games. So, like, by playing this game, I feel like I'm increasing the likelihood that everything's gonna be okay. Because I'm manifesting that energy. Because I'm ready to start making what I'm worth. That's why I got the hell out of there. Oh, wait, no, I'm fucked. Yeah, no, this is easy, actually. Easy peasy. But yeah, notice how I don't die? It's because of my expertise. It's because I trust myself. I know that when I find myself in a place of pain and suffering, that I've got to seriously attack my enemies in order to make everything okay. My mom taught me that, and it's actually been really helpful throughout my life. So notice how I keep attacking my enemies to make them fucking feel pain and hurt for a really, really, really long time. It's because of my expertise, and it's because of my experience. My enemies are all evil. They're ideological opponents of mine. I'm not just killing them for no reason. I'm not bloodthirsty. It's just that these are really bad people. You have to understand. All the people, the fact that they have the red glow around them is basically just like, it's like a physical artifact of how objectively evil they are. So you gotta understand, I'm not even moralizing. They're just bad, you know? So I fucking kill them, you know, I fucking murder my enemies, I click on them over and over, and that makes their health go down, and I just drank the last of my potions, and that's very worrisome. So notice how I just ate the food rations. Yummy, yummy. And then I start fucking attacking my enemies, and then I start fucking attacking my enemies. I just love doing this. This is bliss for me. This makes me feel like I'm healing with the world. You know, it's not even about my own healing at that point. I'm healing with the world. So when I fucking attack my enemy like this, it's really good for both of us. I love you. And that's actually when my character realizes that he is an empath in the video game. Because, and I think there's like an empath buff that I can get. So when I become an empath through and through, I know in my soul what I have to do. So I start fucking attacking my enemies over and over. And then I get enough points and I get the boots and I level up. Let's see what I got here. Let's see what I got. That's it's a good amount of damage. I think I'm about to get attacked by this guy. Let me go ahead and clear this room real quick. Pretty foolish of me to overlook that, I guess, in retrospect. But that's fine because I fucking attack my enemies and do serious damage. And I fucking kill this guy. But that's fine. So let's look in here. You know, I remember looking at this. Yes, that looks very good. Very good indeed. Let me equip that again. Ooh, I feel like I'm doing a lot of damage. Let me use my one available point, gang. Viewers, good ones. You can call yourself whatever you want. If I beat my enemy, do I feel pain? So, user Graham Crackers just said, how you doing, Graham Crackers? If I beat my enemy, do I feel pain? And I'd like to address this question for a moment. Now, the thing about the enemy is, if you're aligned properly, if you've got your morals straight, but you're not moralizing, but you've got your morals straight, the enemy is the inorganic one, you know, the inorganic ones, if you will. So I would say that if you were to beat the inorganic ones, you don't feel any pain. And you don't feel any pain because we are empaths is it's sympathetic or empathetic. And because of this, to hurt someone is to hurt yourself. But the thing is, when it comes to your enemies, they're not someone, they are something. You know what I mean? You know where I'm coming from. So seriously do a lot of damage to your enemies and things are going to be all better. Let's see. I just cannot believe your name is Josiah. My name actually is Josiah. That is my real legal name. I just hit my elbow really hard. My funny bone. That feels very strange. Okay, let's see. 7 armor. Cunning. Offensive ability. Do I want cunning or do I want pierce damage? I think I'm going to go for some cunning. That sounds pretty good. Okay, everything else I don't care about. I'm going to get more buff. Okay, let's see. Let's look at our skills here, gang. Dreeg's Evil Eye. I don't know what any of these... Yeah, I don't know what any of this stuff does, so usually what I like to do is just click a random button several times. Usually if you just click a random button several times, it makes the game gooder. So we're going to be fucking attacking our enemies once again because that is the program on this program. We like to seriously do it to them. I am going to seriously do this to my enemies because I dominate with power. And it's not even something I like to do, and I hope everyone watching understands that. This isn't something that I like to do. I don't like displaying this gross display of power for everyone to see. It's more like an ethical obligation. Because I feel like because I have an audience, and because there are people watching, I have to set a good example. I died just now. You know, and that was no mistake. I'm trying to show you guys that I'm vulnerable. And I want you to internalize that because I know you're an empath. And I know that you have that sensitivity and you just haven't been addressing it. Okay, so we're going to start making you guys really good people now. How do we know you're actually playing the game? Okay. Look, see how I'm standing here? Okay, look, it's my inventory. Oh, the inventory went away. Ooh, I'm moving over here. Oh, look, here's my inventory. What am I? You're dancing, whatever? Like, come on. You know that this is real. You trust me, and I appreciate you testing me. I really do. It's just that you need to not test me anymore from here on because you're going to trust me. So let's all start trusting me. Everyone else listening too. I mean, if you're listening to this, just start trusting me more from now on. Look at all these bad guys. This is what I'm saying. It may be symbolic, but it's just as real. I'm attacking the bad guys. And what this is effectively doing is getting rid of the bad guys in your life. So all of these enemies, I feel, in some karmic way represent some negative presence, some negative forces in your life that have been holding you back because you haven't felt like you've been able to flourish your inner cougar and enter the hidden sunshine, etc. So we're going to start making you a good person. We're going to start defeating all the enemies, and life's going to be a lot better. Beep Beepson says, did you win the best way yet? Yes, I am literally constantly winning. I'm literally constantly defeating my enemies, dominating with power. Yeah, it's really euphoric for me. I trust Josiah. I have empathy. Exactly. See how easy that is? See how easy it was to just give over? Like, imagine how, like, tiring, imagine how exhausting it must be to be constantly fighting this, you know? It's like, come on, just like fucking trust me. And it's like everything's gonna be okay. Honestly, it's like, it's really good for us on a level I think beyond physical, right? Because these bodies only last so long, right? And I think by watching me play this video game, you're actually creating good karma for yourself forever. That lasts forever. There's no expiration on that karma. This karma specifically, that is, of watching this let's play of this video game. So I'm basically looking for enemies. I'm gonna fucking kill them, dominate them with power. Here they come for me, and I have to do this to them. I actually literally have to do this to them. I don't want to. Just to be clear, this is making me cringe right now, having to do this to my enemies. But I fucking dominate them with power because I love them and I'm worried about them. Fighting's cool, dude. Oh yeah, no. I seriously dominate my enemies with power, so I get where you're coming from. Let's see. Ooh, bristly fur. That's good. If I trust you, will you buy me cheeseburgers? Excellent question. Yes. Yes. Unconditional yes. I will buy you cheeseburgers if you trust me. That's my unconditional yes. So I just got the vital essence here. The good thing about the vital essence is that I am now permanently horny in-game. I destroy those haters. They need to learn how to trust everything. Yeah, no, exactly. The sausage chef's green glade and rolling plains. How long will it last? It's funny you asked that because that actually shows that you're not mature enough to trust me yet. So I'm worried about you, and I hope that you get better when you start to stop asking those questions that undermine my our authority. Together, for the greater good. We want this. So I'm gonna read this next message in a second. I'm really having a battle of the ages over here. Kind of amazing I didn't die just now. Let's see if I can read this. I've already been healed, but by watching this, I wish to be unhealed again so I can experience this healing once more. That's actually I actually experience that at least once every day. Every single day I experience that specifically all the time. And it's true. It's true. You wish you could have that first healing again. It's like a rush, you know? It's almost like a high. It's like, it's just something that's so, and you know, and that's why, whoa, here we go. Scrap. Let's see what Graham Crackers has to say. My empathy is being tested. Please do not mention hard pan. Oh, so I'm sorry for mentioning that just now. I don't want to say it again. But I'm glad you're testing your empathy. You should be doing this all the time, guys. You speak with a golden tongue, but how do we know your heart isn't rotten? That's the best part, is that you don't. B. Beepson says, it's crazy you're playing this. I think you're really saving the youth right now. And I just want to say, you battling those hatreds, what we call them, is really an experience to behold. Thank you, Beeb. Yeah, no, I feel like I have to bring my battles to the public sphere because, here's the thing. I'm gonna die at some point soon, and so because of that, I want to heal people in a way that makes them understand, not just because I'm tired of so much understanding all the time. I'm always understanding everything, and it's just so tiring. So I want others to understand instead of me, is basically it. Spry says, oh dope, I remember playing this game with Grandma Tarkus during the Bush presidency. Yes. X'd out Big Blob says, did you know your name, Josiah, means God has healed? You're appropriately healing the world by ridding that world of those monsters. That's actually true. Josiah means God has healed. Means fire of the Lord. That's another one I've seen. Josiah also means Jehovah supports. Jehovah's God, right? Something like that. So I think that means that, well, I don't think that means, I know that means that I have God on my side. Not to sound, but not in like an arrogant way, obviously. I mean in like a communal sort of like, we all share this sort of way, because I'm with you guys, you know. We're all here together on this, We're in on this together. You have to battle. It's an aspect of every day. Bloodshed is key to becoming friends and spouses. You're a pure source of info. Thank you so much, Beep Beepson. I really like when you say good things about me. Keep up the good comments. And Sausage Chef says, but do you not understand? You're defiling the homes of these creatures. Is their hate not justified? Well, first of all, their hate is not justified. Only hate that's justified is the righteous hate of the Lord, and, well, you know who speaks for him. Creek Rocker says, why do these houses have see-through roofs? That seems bad for the weather and stuff. Yeah, no, that's actually why they deserved to die, because they built their houses like that, and that's probably why no one lives in them now. It's like my mother used to say, those people deserve to die. And I used to always agree with her because I was just terrified. So let's see what's down here under this trap door. Here we go. Okay, so guys, now that I've gone down here, it looks like we're in a fucking basement. I walk over here and notice we've got some spiders here, guys. I think this is actually real and not a video game. I fucking kill my enemies. So it doesn't really look like that this is very eventful, you know. Kind of got... Oh, okay, guys. We just got the really good items. So we've got punctured, tarnished cleaver of audacity. No, it does make sense. I'm glad you appreciate that it makes sense. Because certain things are going to start making sense from now on as a result of my healing. Sort of is like a side effect, if you will. I don't want to... You know, I'm but a messenger for the Lord. Sorry, gotta interrupt that thought. We just ran out of space in our inventory, guys. This is immediately as I can see a better helmet, so I'm gonna put that on. Bunch of stuff here, bunch of stuff. We're gonna go ahead and go back home. You do live near... Yes. Don't deflect blame here. There's no blame. No blame, no blame. Never been.
See what's left of my wares.
Nothing but sin in this world. That's what the Lord told me. I'm serious. Unless I'm not. In which case, pfft. You know what I mean? Alright. Yeah, I did that. So that's good, right? Yep. Now I've got space for the good items, guys. So let's go ahead and get back to our portal. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the portal. Today we're going to be picking up the items and seriously fucking attacking random objects in our environments because of our condition. So we go deeper into the cave looking for grand insights deep within ourselves. We just find nothing but a spiral. And it's like, oh my god, what even am I? And it's like, I'm just like the thing chasing the thing. I'm not even the thing itself. I'm just like the movement that the thing is making. But I don't want to die, so I get away from that line of thinking. And then I start attacking this fucking guy. And then I run away because I don't want to fucking die. And then I start attacking this fucking guy. And then I run away because I don't want to fucking die. And then, you guessed it, I start attacking this fucking guy. So this basically just goes on for quite a while. And it's just the way it has to be. I'm using all of my abilities. This is how you game. And it's really easy and it makes you really sore. Gaming, that's actually true. Sausage Chef says the world is a cold and dark place. Are you serious? The world is a cold and dark place. Yes. And I am serious. Next question. Have you ever considered hitting those who are solid? Yes, actually. They are my favorite targets. Hey, guys, just to be clear, when it sounds like I'm being violent, I'm actually talking about, like, happy, nurturing, like, nourishing people stuff. So, like, when, like, right now, it sounds like I'm talking about, like, fucking hitting people and, like, doing serious fucking damage. But I'm talking about healing people. I mean, I'm talking about, like, you know, when you're, like, cuddling with someone, like, snuggling with someone, and that releases a lot of oxytocin or whatever. And that's really good for you. So that's basically sort of the line of thought that I want us all to keep on track, you know, because sometimes it seems like things are getting fucking scary, but it's actually, we're having fun here. Everything's happy. First, you must learn how to die. Then you learn how to live. It's a good quote. It's a good quote. We need to be learning dying because dying is like becomes living for some reason. I don't understand how it works, honestly, but I trust the Lord. So, you know, healthy and nourishing violence. Yes. No, I agree. Violence is the answer to purity, right? And just so we're on the same page, we're talking about like the nourishing version of violence that I was just. You're right. So everything's really happy. Is when I'm not inciting violence, like not in the sense insofar as, you know, like actually doing damage to people physically. So like this, yeah, we're just chilling out right now. Basically, I died. Like, and that's how chill I was. It's like I don't care, you know. It is important to engage in physical conflict while cuddling. It is the purest form of the human condition. No, I agree. I mean, metaphorically, I trust you mean like the metaphorical sort of conflict that comes with like two bodies who are at friction with one another. And perhaps it's opening up and surrendering to that friction itself, which is part of the very thing that we call intimacy. So, and it comes with its, you know, the cost of admission is the risk itself, but it's worth it in the end. No, absolutely. So I opened the chest and, ooh, look at these items. We got chilled steel. Very cool. We got shaman's fiendish effigy of the ether. Very cool. Aggressive weathered tower shield of protection. Very cool. And the superior tarnished mole of alacrity. Alacrity. Very cool. Let's see what the chat has to say. A pure heart is one not led astray. Are you enjoying yourself right now? It's not even that I'm enjoying myself, which I am. It's that I am becoming something other than myself, which eventually gets subsumed within myself in the future, but it's like the speculated future version of myself. I'm not speaking of a conceived future, but the future in and of itself as an idea of the future, you know. Let's see, are my inorganic enemies worthy of empathy after death, or do they dissolve into the nullified collective? Well, again, we're talking about the inorganic enemies, so like by definition they are bad, so they deserve nothing. Let's see, Beep says, I speak in no form of speech, but a raw beam of thought. Given gift. Very nice, very nice. Creek Rocker says, if you ever lack the courage to create violence, envision Miss Price teaching Visual Basic. See, I actually never had Miss Price, but I've only ever heard horror stories. Actually, wait a minute, no. Oh my god, fucking weed brain. Yeah, I did have Miss Price, didn't I? God damn. Oh, Jesus Christ, Cole RPG, I remember it all now. Oh, my first video game. Yeah, someone's got to be this way. Okay, guys, so we got out of the dungeon. Now we're just crawling around on solid land, looking for a future in the aether. In the nether regions of the mind. Soaked up within the soul of the countryman. Rectified all the time. In the blood of the money that reaches inside. Beneath all the pain, the Amos resides. This is a lot of bad guys. I need everybody in the chat to pray for me now. Please, if any of you believe in God, I need you to pray for me now. I need a child of God to pray for me, please. Children of God, please, pray for me in the chat. I'm taking damage. This is really bad for me, guys, and I'm gonna explain why in just a second. But first, our sponsor. Are you tired of fucking hurting people? Become a good person using Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word was just invented 2 days ago on Instagram, and we're gonna actually use it to make people have to do their chores for the government, that is to say, labor camps. So sign up today for Microsoft Word using the link in the description, and you're gonna get 3 days off your labor. You get 3 days off for your 40 years of upcoming labor. My song, Josiah, Josiah. I don't remember that song, and here's why. If you call today, we're gonna make everything you ever did that or ever happened to you again, just so it's fresh on your mind and you can remember it all this time. Call now. This is good for you. Doing this sort of thing, that is to say, like, being a fucking this guy. You know, being this sort of person. It's really good for you. Notice how I'm on the brink of death, yet I do not die. This is actually an artifact of my expertise. Because I play this game so effectively, by clicking the buttons, I am actually really good at it and not dying. That means I am good at the video game because I am not dying in the video game. Which is an artifact of me being good at it. Shoutouts to the chat. Shoutouts to everyone buying the merch in the store. Really appreciate you guys. We're gonna start making the good things happen for everyone around the world. Drats, you guys. I just died in the video game. This is really scary for me. Please give 5 thumbs up in the comments. I need to remember everything in order to be a good person. So I go to the portal, looking for my future. I collapse under my understanding. Within myself, I start fucking doing that little thing that my mom always told me not to do. But it doesn't matter, because I'm an adult now, and I can take charge, and I know what's large. And I say, Sarge! And I get a barge, and I put the people on the barge in charge of my little large. And then they all starge. Please type remember. Hashtag remember. To remember 30% off of remembering. Guys, if you don't take that deal, I don't know what to say. You're a fucking idiot. So let me just fucking attack these guys real quick. It's actually really fucking fun to kill your enemies in video games. It's like so hypocritical, right? It's like all these people who are like saying, I'm an activist, I want people to live good lives. It's like, wow, but yet you're always playing video games like where you like attack people and you're like being really bad to them. It's like, really? You know, that's why I don't trust people anymore. All the bad people in the universe from now on are always doing really ugly things. Oh, cool. So I just found the rift portal for this area. And the good thing about that is now I have all this progress saved, guys. Hip hip hooray for me. This is really euphoric. So now that we got the euphoric thing done, we're actually going to be really happy from now on. So we should be celebrating this. I mean, this is basically like the really good thing that only happens to good people. So this is really good for me. Yeah. Hashtag remember, guys. Hashtag remember. Hashtag we're gonna make good things good from now on. Okay. Hashtag that. Are you guys hashtagging it or? You know what I'm talking about? It's like if I can say something, fucking hashtags it. But I love you guys. You know, you guys are the best. Even though you don't fucking hashtag it, it's like whatever. I forgive you. It's like whatever at the end of the day. But it's like whatever. You guys are the best. So I'm going over here, and this is actually really funny. I just noticed I have a bunch of enemies over here who want to kill me. That is really funny. Usually, I'm the one who ends up killing my enemies, but these guys, and I didn't believe this at first, but these guys actually want to kill me. I'm like, dude, like, really? Dude, like, you know, and like you're standing right there. It's like, dude, I'm standing right here. But these guys want to kill me. So, I don't know. Yeah, sure. I have to fucking kill them. It's like I have to fucking dominate them with power. It's like, what am I gonna do at this point? You know, it's like, oh, they're just fucking standing right there. It's like, I have to fucking dominate them with power. It's like, I don't know. At some point, it's like I start pleading with the world, you know, the video game world. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? Like, what, am I supposed to be a good guy? Am I supposed to be a bad guy? And it's like, and no answer comes, or you think it comes, but it doesn't really.
But whatever, you know, whatever. At the end of the day, I chill out. I just chill out to the max. I'm a max chiller. REM.
That's all I'm gonna say.
So I just got through that area, guys. A lot of experience points to have been gained there, and were. So here we go, attacking these enemies, seriously taking damage, healing, taking more damage. And I notice it's all these guys doing most of the damage, so I'm going to go ahead and attack them, dominate them with power, run around the circle here, and then I get these guys going, gas them up, and they get all explodey on me, so I start fucking murdering them using all of my various terrifying skills that I've developed over the years. So then I go over here and I start seriously fucking dominating these guys with power. And notice how I use my damage to make them feel a lot of pain even in the afterlife. So they're going to be having periodic intermittent nightmares interspersed through the rest of their infinite existence. And so when I run up here, I'm actually going to find that there's a corridor to the right, which I cannot explore. So I go up here, and you're not going to believe this. Up here through this doorway, I kill this fucking little animal for no good reason, just because it has a red glow around it. Because apparently, you have to kill the guys with the red glows around them, because the video game said, those are the bad guys. Here's the people that you need to inflict violence on. Isn't it kind of crazy? Any video game where there are designated bad guys, isn't that kind of fucked up? You're gonna start agreeing with me on this from now on, because I'm saying these things, right? And so notice how I'm almost dying, but then the Lord forgives me, so I keep living. And then I start to receive damage, but it never truly comes because I'm being protected by the Lord's infinite light. And so I start defeating my enemies, and then I really do because I'm just so freaking good at everything. And then they start to take damage, and then everyone dies, and I gain a lot of experience points. It's actually really good for everyone. But nobody's understanding because nobody listens. It's like, how many times is one supposed to pony up to the devil, say, I'm going to be a bad person. I'm going to start to understand. I'm going to start to reconcile my feelings for my loved ones. And it's going to be like, okay, you know, okay, so you're doing the work, to that sort of thing. And it's like, what does that mean, though? And then you start peeling back the ironic layers, like the falsified, intentionally planted false understanding, where it's like, okay, I was like an astronaut in the 1800s. But it's like, you know, it doesn't make sense, but you play along anyways because you just want to avoid confronting the fact that you were something else in the first place. So you start making up these stories of yourself. Noki in the chat says, you're so bad at this, just kidding. I find that really mean, actually. That was like, yeah, really mean. Why'd you say that? I'm really worried about you. Yeah, please don't, please, everybody, can everybody shame that user? Can everyone shame the user Noki? And say, just don't go too hard on them. Just say stuff like, hey, you know, you're one of the bad ones now. So everyone starts saying that now. Everyone starts saying, Noki, you're one of the bad ones now. Let's all start saying that now. Okay. I'll just wait until you guys start saying that. I'll just wait until you guys start saying, Noki, you are one of the bad ones now. Okay, we've got user Creek Rocker saying, shame Nokia. That's actually pretty funny. I'm going to give you one mental thumbs up for that. Because that was actually really funny of you to say that. Beep Beepson says, at Noki, it's okay to start crying now. The enemy you are. That's, ooh, stone cold, stone cold. That's really harsh, really harsh. It's actually kind of harshing the vibes. Don't go quite that hard is all I'm saying. So notice how I died. I think it was because that was too harsh. You made my character die. Hey Noki, Kerpik says, I'm noticing a red glow around you, and I have been exhibiting an intent to kill.
Jeez, wow. You guys are really... Why would you say stuff like that? I thought you guys were going to say, like, hey, Noki, you're one of the bad ones. You know, like, whatever happened to saying that? Like, wouldn't that be really cool if you guys just said, like, hey, Noki, you're one of the bad ones? You know what I'm talking about? It's like... But, no, that's cool. I actually vibe with that. I really respect you for saying that. Keep saying stuff like that from now on. And yeah, I'm having a really good time. I'm having fun with you guys, and we're all, you know, at the end of the day, we're all just like laughing and clapping and holding hands and having fun, basically. Yeah, everybody's really happy right now. I don't know what it is. You guys are like, you're really picking up a really positive energy right now from something. I don't even know. I don't even know what it is, but you're just like really relaxed right now. So I dig it. I really dig that energy, guys. Okay, so I'm going to start seriously dominating my enemies right here. Doing a lot of damage. Being really evil. I mean good. To my enemies. And just basically, to sum it up, having a good time. Basically, having a good time. Yeah. Like, I like to have a good time with my enemies. By killing them. Just to be clear, I'm having a good time by killing them. And I like to do it. I like to do that. That is my good time. Noki says, "Aww," and that's really cute. I thought that was really cute just now of Noki to say that with all the emojis, especially. So, can everyone start exhibiting more of that kind of behavior from now on? Let's get everybody in the chat to start behaving that way from now on. Okay. I think that would be really good for you guys. It's not even about me. I don't want anything of you. I would never ask you guys to change the way you behave or anything. I think you want that, you know. I wouldn't say it if I didn't think that you wanted it, you know. So, keep up the good work, yeah. You guys are awesome. Everything's really happy right now, you know. We're all just watching me play video game. We're all basically playing this because we're watching me playing this. We're also doing this because basically just by watching, right? So notice how I attack my enemies and I almost die, right? But I'm just like so skilled at video games that I don't actually end up dying. It's crazy. It's like, how does someone even get that good at games to the point where they don't even die when they play them? I don't know, but I guess if you've been watching, you know what it is. I grind. I really do grind. And would you look at that? I have a lot of things on me. I'm gonna go ahead and equip some stuff. Let's see, okay, oh, yeah, we got, that sucks. I think it's time to go home. Yes. Sell some things. Oh, it's fun. Everybody, you know, you've got all the really good emojis in the chat, and I really appreciate that, guys. Actually, let me go ahead and spread this video around. Let's see if we can get spread this video around to your friends. We're going to get a really big stream going. This is going to be the biggest stream, hopefully, that's been on YouTube. Let's see about this. Okay, yeah, no, this is actually really great for all of us. Because once we all start watching this and we start to really tune in. You know, when you really start to tune in, you start to really get in the groove of things, and you start to understand what it means to even understand in the first place. And basically, it's like once you start understanding, you're going to start to understand what understanding even means. So, because of the fact that we have so many items on us, we are going to need to sell them in the seller's market. So this is a salvage dealer, and he is actually going to take all of our items that we sell to him. So I'm going to sell all of my items to the item dealer. Okay, great. So now that I've sold all of my items to the items dealer, I'm going to return to where I was before. Okay. Tweet it out for the masses. Oh, that's a good idea, actually. Let's go ahead and tweet this link out. I'm playing a video game. Okay, there we go. So we've got this out there. We're gonna be getting like
I suspect at least 50 more viewers in the next 10 minutes. And this is going to be really cool. I think you guys are really going to like this once we get a real big audience in here. I think I'm really going to flourish. Noki says, I'm going to sell all my items and then I'm going to ascertain the true combat mindset. So that actually shows me that you're paying attention. That's good. Notice how I just leveled up because you were paying attention. Guys, everything that happens to me in this stream is because of you. Because of you guys, all of this is happening to me. So notice how viewer Noki said, I'm going to sell all my items and then I'm going to ascertain the true combat mindset, and then I leveled up and then I defeated my enemies. It's because of that positivity. I mean, you guys are not just viewers. You're basically a part of me. So I need you to supply all of my energy. Okay? So you're going to give me all of my resources and I'm going to use them to the maximum potential, right? I'm going to maximize your resource potential. But first, you have to give everything to me. Namex0 says Aish. Beeb says items are vital source. You're doing amazing work. Thank you, Beeb. Thank you, Namex0, for saying Aish, because that's actually really spiritual for me because of the pain that I went through as a child. I don't want to get into it right now, but it was very traumatic. So I'm going to be putting more points into Summon Familiar, and what that's going to do is going to make my bird much stronger. Let's get him in here. Everybody say hi to Bird. Bird does damage, Bird uses Peck, and Bird is a veteran, as you can see by the veteran up there. Kerpik says, I believe all of your items may be slowing you down even. Your true combat potential is based on all of your followers carrying your belongings and energy. This is why we start naked, for maximum combat effectiveness. That's actually true, and that's the reason that babies are so fucking terrifying. And that's why I refuse to hold a child, because I'm afraid it may snap my fucking neck. So, I start attacking my enemies, and I mean, you guys gotta understand, that was actually a good point that was just made by the viewer just now. You need to start carrying all of my load. You guys should be out here, you know, I should be able to give you my items, and you should take that load, you should take that baggage from me. And that's actually going to be really healthy for us, because then we're going to have a symbiotic sort of relationship. And that's what I expect out of you guys, so let's make it happen. So notice how I just defeated my enemies and dominated them with power in the process. Let's see. Namex0 says, build energy up, concentrate it, and release it as a powerful Psyblast. I'm constantly doing that. I really appreciate you suggesting that, because that just shows that, you know, we're sort of on the same wavelength, sort of like when great advancements in math and science are made concurrently on totally opposite sides of the world, you know. It's not about one person learning one thing from another, but rather about everyone involved being tuned in to the source. So really appreciate that astute observation, Nam. Noki says, I'm going to melt negativity and turn it into it. And that's actually a really good idea, because then you can defeat negativity if you defeat it. On a scale of 1 to 10 says, I need healing, and I'm going to heal you. Rising Power says, healing is only the first step. Healing is only the first step. Ah, that's some actual really fucking good advice. So, Noki then says, I'm killing constantly, and with that, I'm going to start fucking hurting people in my video game. So I go over here and I start doing damage to everyone, to the point that all of them start receiving damage and their health goes down. So once their health gets low enough, I seriously make them die. And this is an automatic process for me at this point, doing damage, hurting people. So I pick up the scrap on the way, because it's all about the scrap in the ectoplasm. And I get the scrap in the ectoplasm in me, and I start whacking at them. I start fucking whacking. I don't fucking care at this point. And I start whacking, and everyone's screaming and crying, and I don't give a shit. I'm just whacking. So I go through the door and I read the chat. Zedius says, how do I healthily release my energy without putting a damper on my chi? That's a good question. That's a good question. So, and I get where this user is coming from, because it can be a scary thing releasing one's energy. You know, what if it all comes out at once and it breaks me or breaks someone else, right? What I find is important to understand in these sorts of problems, like you've just described, is that people are like sponges. You know, they soak up a lot of stuff. Sometimes that's a bad thing. Sometimes that's a bad thing. Sometimes you soak up really nasty things. And I think that's what we are afraid of when it comes to releasing all of that energy. What if someone else soaks all this nasty stuff up, right? But what I want to tell you is that this sponginess, this absorbency, it's actually really healthy. It's actually really healthy, and it's part of our social function, is that we soak up all of that excess, right? We soak up all of that nasty excess because that's the social function that we play for one another in this world. So don't be afraid. Throw a little around. Throw some around. Because if you don't, well, where's it going to go? Seriously, unleash all of your energy all at once on someone today, is all I'm saying. I think it's a healthy thing. Dr. Loser says, what would you do if you had to fight ISIS? What is this, 2013? Fucking ISIS. What would I do if I had to fight ISIS? I don't know, I'd probably hit up the CIA and metagame. Fucking... Yeah, it's my dense political commentary for today. Hashtag geopolitics. So I start fucking attacking my enemies, right? And I start doing all of the damage, but I die because I'm a fucking pathetic, not even a failure. I forgive myself. So now that I've respawned, I know I'm gonna do better because I'm healing and I forgive myself. Everything's happy. Yay! So let me go back to the portal. And let me just come down here. And let me just get back to where I was. And let me just do my job, you know? Like, whatever happened to just doing your job, you know what I mean? So, I'm gonna do my job. I'm gonna make it work. I hope I don't fucking die again, because that would be really sad for me. So, I don't actually end up dying this time, and that's really euphoric. That's actually, like, really cool for me. Let's see. Zedius says in the chat, I am filled with vivacious energy, and I have a desire to break someone. Should I release now? Zedius, I'm not gonna lie to you. You find yourself in a precarious circumstance. Oh no, an enemy! Jesus Christ! Anyways, what I would advise to you right now is that before you push the button, before you pull the trigger, whatever it is, swing the hilt. You need to understand that what you need to do is target your crosshairs at the inorganic ones. The inorganic ones who want to keep you from being free. That's what you need to do. Now. And then Greed says, we are always fighting ISIS all the time if you think about it. ISIS is more of a concept. ISIS is the good and the bad. We are both all ISIS, and at the end of the day, we think about it. Love yourself. I'm sorry, yourself. Thank you so much, Greed. I was actually just about to say that word for word. So, that's kind of rude, but I mean, I know you didn't have malintent by fucking copying me, so I forgive you. Noki says, I'm crying from power. That's good. That's good. You're healing. Dr. Loser says, I will choose to heal the electrical outlets with my frequencies. You actually literally have to do that. Slickdick says, I am so proud of everything that has ever happened. Everybody, please clap in real life. Please clap in real life, everybody. This is so cool. Thank you so much, everybody. Shout outs to all the good ones buying the Good Ones merch. When we all watch me playing this video game like this, we all tune into what's being said by the Earth. The Earth has a voice, and it's time that we start listening.
to me as an avatar of the earth. This is good for us. It's actually good for us. That's the funny part. And so it's like once you tune in, it stops being scary. Like once you actually like surrender, it's like, oh, you know, like imagine, it's so exhausting, like fighting all the time, you know. So once we start tuning into my message, it's like, yes, I actually do love watching this video game now for some reason. And like we start doing the damage to the enemies, and they are the ones who suffer in the end, and we the good happy ending because of us defeating them. And that's basically it. I mean, my respects, and wow. Yeah, guys, thanks for actually becoming good people by watching this and listening to this right now. Because notice, I mean, you can just like look at my enemy's health bars, and that's basically like empirical data. That is evidence that I am defeating and that I am powerful, right? So you can extrapolate from that knowledge. Well, okay, sure, I died. Whoa, I died. You know, who doesn't die? Who doesn't die? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So by me dying, do you really think that means, oh, this guy must be weak now. He must be a bad player. It's like, no, fucking narcissist. I'm not a bad player. It's just, I don't know. Am I being defensive? I'm not being defensive. I'm just like, I want to make sure that you guys get what I'm saying, right? Like, I'm trying to help you. Like, and I know that you can tell. I know that you can tell because you're so clever. So we're just going to keep on walking through this dungeon. And look, with every step that we take through this dungeon, I want you to start remembering less and less of the bad stuff in life, you know. Let go, you know. Surrender yourself to violence and heal. Exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself. Surrender yourself to violence and heal. Josiah says, I feel like a good person who is deserving of life. Wow. Noki says, this is making me clean my room extremely hard and I can't stop. That's the power of God, baby. That's good for you. That's really good for you. You just play games the good way instead of the bad way. User slick dick. I actually really agree with that. And it's not even like, it's not a heresy thing, right? It's not hubris. A lot of people say, oh, that's cocky to say. It's like, it's not cocky, okay? I'm just making an observation. So what if I'm the one who happens to be correct? You know, that's not what I care about. What I care about is that we're all learning. Like the fact that I'm the one teaching, you could teach me. You guys teach me every day. You guys are always, if you guys ever want to teach me, just let me know in the comments and I'll take one of your lessons, you know, because I'm ready to learn. I don't want to die here. I don't want to die. But I'm ready to learn. So if you guys ever want to teach me, just let me know. Dr. Loser says, I think I'll turn evil if I die. Yes. Zedius says, God is here and he won't leave. I think this is good. Yes. You guys are starting to understand. You guys are starting to understand. And that's why I respect you for listening to what I'm saying. Jesus Christ, you know, Jesus Christ. It's like a whole lot of healing is going to keep on happening if we start doing this to people. To the point that us doing this to people is an artifact of the proof of our having healed them. Don't you understand? Healing culture just begets more healing culture, right? So if that's the case, then at what point do you stop healing people and you start to seriously dominate people with their own healing? That's what I want to talk about, but I can't because my hands are tied. Why? Google. Always playing games with me, saying you can say this, you can't say that. So what if I can say this? I always say that. I don't want to say that anymore. So I start saying other things, but it doesn't work because I don't believe myself. Bah. It's all a lie. But the absurdist dream. I love a lie, especially one where I can play. Have a giggle. Fart. The rest. you see this to-do list, these active quests? Do you see how tiring this all is? All these things. All these things. It's like, look at all these things. I don't know. I don't know what doing a thing is like, you know. So, I rely on my little playtime. So I go back to where I was. Having gone through this personal journey. Having changed so fundamentally as a person. And we ask ourselves, is it possible to heal too much? Great question, user Rising Power. Is it possible to heal too much? No. Insofar as it is. Very much possible. You gotta be scared of that stuff. I'm serious. You gotta be afraid of that stuff. Zedius puts it well when they say, a lot of people don't understand that there are glowing energies everywhere that can't be seen with the average human eye, but we know that they are there. And I actually, I know that to be true because of the fact that I am a healer. And maybe maybe it's a little, I'm saying I'm a healer a bit too much, right? Because then it's like, okay, Josiah, so you say you're a healer. When's the healing begin, right? But I would then propose that you find yourself as a viewer in a position like a crab. No, wait, sorry. Like a frog boiling in a pot. And the pot is the pot of my love, and the boiling is me loving you as a process as opposed to the love as a concept. And so in receiving my love, you are being healed. And so in being healed, you become someone much weaker, but who is much better at receiving orders. And I love that for you because then you get to let go of all that terrible trauma. I'm attacking the enemies, don't you see? They have red glow around them, don't you see? That means that they are enemies. And it's like this in real life too. That's what I've been trying to say all along. Is that in real life, when you become a good person, you start to see the red auras around people. And you get to understanding what it is that makes someone bad. And it's not a logical understanding, because logical understandings of good and evil just don't hold up. You need an intuitive understanding. Because here's the great thing, the great truth that has been withheld by the great lie of society. And here's that great truth. We automatically know everything that is true the day we are born. And it is only through our conditioning that we learn lies. One more time. It is only through our conditioning that we learn lies. Kerpik says, hey Josiah, what was your favorite soda? My favorite soda, Ironber. Okay, Noki says, what's your favorite idea? My favorite idea. Okay, my favorite idea is the idea I have of myself at this specific moment. Like when I said the word this, that was my favorite idea. But I'm not a narcissist, I just want to heal people. Rising Power said something. I'm fucking dying, guys. This is actually really bleak for me. How do you think I'm gonna get out of this situation? Alright. I don't have time for this. I don't like attacking people. It's bad for my energy. Rip them apart with violence, love, and healing. That's actually literally true. Max Wildday says, hello Max. Says arbitrary truth. That's literally true. Dr. Loser says the skunk is a symbol for love. That is also literally true. I'm not just saying that's literally true. You guys are actually just saying things that are literally true over and over. Tabula Rasa, thank you so much. Zedius says, I see the red glows of enemies on the days that I go into public spaces. I wish I could dispatch of them like I can in my video games. And what you're touching on right now is actually a very valuable insight. What you're touching on is it's that sort of alienation from one's own social fabric, right? It's in the alienation of the social fabric that man finds himself mortal.
in the eyes of the other. So what do I mean by this, right? Let me pick up this Aether Crystal. When you start to give yourself to the world in like a vulnerable way, and you stop lying to people compulsively with these public personas, you start to know what it means to fucking heal people. Next question. Slickdick says, are the narcissists winning? Yes. That's why the world is in shambles, because the narcissists are winning. There's still time to change this, of course. Notice how my character didn't die. That's like, I'm like a metaphor for the world right now. It's like, and those are the narcissists over there. See, notice how they attack me. They attack me. But I'm just on the brink of death, but I'm still here because I am the world. I am the world under siege by the narcissists. And we need to be careful, everyone listening right now. This is good for us, but only for so long. Make sure you're okay, everybody, because things are going to get really ugly once the bad stuff starts happening. I just died. So notice how the bad stuff started happening and then I died. I wasn't joking. You think I would joke around times like this? Nah. No, I don't joke around. I poke around. And when I see you, I yoke around like egg yolk. It's an old schoolyard nursery rhyme I used to internalize back in the day. Rising Power says, "You are the world. You are the children." Or whatever. Dr. Loser says, how do I tell if someone I know is a narcissist in disguise? If they say anything good about themselves or speak of themselves in at all of a positive light, I'm just going to be blunt. They're fucking narcissists. Simple as that. Alright, let's go up here. Let's see what's going on to the left over here. Never went over here. Oh, we got some spiders. Uh-oh. Yep. We're gonna have to fucking kill our enemies and dominate them with power. You know, the usual program, I guess. Just fucking dominating my enemies. Yeah, pressing the buttons. 10 viewers. Shoutouts to the 10 viewers. Can one of y'all leave so we can go down to 9 viewers? For one, we have 9 likes. But just in general, I would much prefer to have 9 viewers. So, oh, I noticed we just went up to 11 viewers. Perhaps you guys aren't listening. Now I'm going to need 2 of you to leave so we can have exactly 9 viewers. So if we could just get 2 viewers, and make sure not too many of you leave. We just want 2 viewers leaving so we can have exactly 9 viewers. So if you guys could do that, I would actually really, like, I'm sure 2 of you could maybe do some errands or something right now instead of watching this. So yeah, just 2, if we could just get 2 viewers. Oh, Saboteur Channel says no. Well, okay, that's fine. You don't have to leave specifically, I guess. But if we could just get like two volunteers, you know, 2. I noticed we're still at 11. Let's just get 2 volunteers. We'll get the viewer count down to 9. Really comfortable number 9. So let's get it right down at 9. It's gonna sit there, right? It's gonna sit down at 9 for a while. So just 2 people have to leave. So let's get 2 viewers to leave the stream, and you don't want to listen to this anyways, right? The 2 that I'm referring to. It's like, okay, so I notice we're at 12 viewers now. I don't think you guys are understanding. Like, I want 9 viewers. So I think one of you could leave at least. Can we get just like 1 leaving as a courtesy in response to that 12th viewer joining? No, thanks. Oh, okay. Hold on. Max says, is lack of empathy a prerequisite of narcissism? Or is that also learned? Or is being narcissistic only a problem if the self has never learned empathy? I think a narcissist can experience empathy. Or can they? I think more accurately, a narcissist perchance once experienced empathy in their life before they became a narcissist, and then it was over. Then there's no empathy. But I think you have to forget that's what it is. You have to forget empathy. You have to forget empathy, to become a narcissist. And perchance at some point, the flesh and bone of a particular individual could have at some point been someone who, I don't know, experienced empathy, but not anymore. You know, a bell cannot be unrung, as some say. I can't let you go again, Josiah. We got 11 viewers. I really like that, guys. I noticed one person left. Just wanted to say thanks. Sucks because you can't hear me. 10 viewers. Yes, one more, guys. I really love this for us. Zedius says we all need a strong, quote unquote, parental figure who can teach us and feel us and heal us. That's what I've been feeling. Although I'm not sure if my energies are lined up correctly today. Zedius, that's valid. You are heard. You are seen. Yeah, you need to start. I think maybe what your problem is that you need to start manifesting your feelings externally more. So that's I think that's basic communication with the people around you. Start manifesting your feelings more, just spontaneously. You're gonna have a hard time communicating if you're so rigorous with yourself. So just spontaneously, like if you're in public, you feel angry, just fucking be angry, just shout, just fucking, but that's how you communicate to the people around you. Hey, I'm angry right now, so, watch out. Dr. Loser says, I'll shift my frequencies to eradicate the influx of the overloaded energy so the demonized paradox is no longer internalized. So, Dr. Loser is actually almost outpacing me here, which is terrifying. And Dr. Loser, I would suggest starting your own fucking channel if you want to teach people and heal people. But otherwise, I would suggest just listening to me from now on. Max Wilday says, or these innate in all self and are unlearned as time takes its toll. Yes. No, that's got to be it. We're on 11. Really wish we could have 9, but it's fine. 12. No, I hate this now. Slickdick says, are you going to make a podcast? Podcasts suck. Maybe. Zedius says, is it narcissistic to doubt my own energy? Is it narcissistic to doubt? No, it's actually the opposite of narcissistic to doubt your own energy. It's really good to doubt your energy. So I think that's what I mean when I tell people, make sure you're okay. I mean, that's what my mom meant when she told me that. So much growing up, make sure you're okay, make sure you're okay, make sure you're okay. It's you have to. It's an imperative. It's not just a offhanded curiosity. It's this is the imperative to make sure you are okay. So you should definitely doubt your energy. It's the narcissists who are sure of themselves. It's the narcissists. David Lee Roth says, Zedius's words are realigning my root chakra big time. Major healing vibes. Very cool, David Lee Roth. Very cool. Kettle Chip says, holy crap, I agree. Kerpik says, I actually do need to leave. Imagine that. The world works in amazing ways. Farewell and never stop improving. Love you, Kerpiks. You are God. Noki says, that is so powerful. Hey guys, thanks for being lined up with my chakras. If you aren't already, make sure to click the subscribe bell, ring the button if you want to like more videos in order to comment and subscribe. So we're going to start seriously dominating our enemies in order to be really good. And I actually do this to impress you guys because I'm insecure. And that's not just meta comedy, because I'm lying. Because I don't actually want to impress you guys. Therefore, I'm not actually making a commentary on myself as a meta thing. This is actually hyper sincere in its irony. And that's an emoji of 2 dancing women. To say, did I ever tell you guys a story of the 2 dancing women? Once upon a time, there were 2 dancing women, the end of history. 7 smiling tigers. 5 golden uncles jumping off the nephew bridge under the under sign. You fucking become the olden golden sign of your under behind. Now you remember what it means to be that which was between the history of time and not that which was behind. Yes. It all into my breast. Rising Power says, are we in control of anything at all? I'm not sure if we're in control insofar as it's in control, right? So it's not really, don't even ask yourself whether you're in control, right? That's just like a manner of speaking. You know, it's just a way of speaking. That's not the thing in and of itself. When we're talking about being in control, what we're really talking about is being in tune. All right, we're talking about being in tune. We're talking about being a little antenna that picks up the radio station, and the radio station is objective truth through the word of the Lord, right? So we need to be the Lord's little antennas, okay? So you need to start picking up these commands from the Lord and executing them with great efficiency. And we're actually going to create a leaderboard of the people who exercise the desires of the Lord with the greatest efficiency. And if you get to the top of the leaderboard, at the end of the month, we're going to announce the winner, and you get a chance to go on the Joe Rogan podcast and promote whatever product you want. And I think this is actually going to be really good for some of you, because I see you guys out there, you know, I know some of you have been on the grind, you know, trying to boost your product, trying to get that max IP, ABC, and it's really good for you and me. So yeah. Wait, hold on. Max is actually making a good point right now. I just need to. Oh, jeez. Yeah. This game's baby easy baby game. Max is saying, should we remove ourselves from abstract thinking, or should we as a collective come to terms with concrete reality? Is this an age of invention or an age of refinement? We're definitely not in control of anything. We're only in control in the ways we think we are in control. Perception is everything. Resonance. I don't have a response to that. That is one of those comments that you just have to meditate on. You just have to meditate on it. You just have to fucking die. Then you come back to life, and you meditate on it some more. So we're going to meditate on that. Kettle Chip says, dropped my bread on the floor, and it got some dust on it. Should I still eat the parts that got dust, or eat around them? Just eat it with the dust. Like, what? It's fucking easy. Noki says, you should only eat the dust. You should probably only eat the dust. I mean, whatever. Zedia says, the dust is good. I think God would like that. All right. Kettle Chip says, thank you. Dr. Loser says, Maroon 5 gave the world to evil powers. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad someone finally said it. Maroon 5, let me repeat that. Maroon 5 gave the world to evil powers. That is true. That is true. What do we mean by this? So, Maroon 5, I don't know if you guys know, they're the band. If we could just get one more viewer, I noticed we're at 8 viewers. If we could just get one more viewer. But yeah, so Maroon 5 were actually contracted, basically put together by the A&R of the CIA, you know. Yeah, CIA does have a musical A&R department, and they put together Maroon 5. Half of Maroon 5 are actually children of top CIA board members. I'm not making this up. Yes, I am. Why? In order to test you. Because I've noticed that a lot of you guys who are listening to this aren't practicing your critical thinking skills. And you need to be paranoid about this. Because someone might be trying to take advantage of you any moment. So you need to start asking yourself, am I being taken advantage of? Saboteur Channel posts a smiling demon imp emoji and says, what do you think of this? It's a great face. It stands for something very important to me. Yeah, I give it 5 out of 5. Kasabian gave the world evil powers. That's literally true. Adam Levine has a very large and menacing red glow around him. That is true. Maroon 5 industry plants. Right, but it's beyond just an industry plant, right? Because, well, actually, we'll get into the nuance in a second, but it's not just the normal parlance of industry plant, you know, quote unquote, where it's like someone wealthy in the industry who's already established, has capital, is able to plant an artist. But we're not talking about someone in the industry per se. We're talking about someone in the CIA. Now, it's a bit of nuance that I wanted to touch on there is that a lot of people already are, if not everybody, are part of the CIA in Hollywood and music industry, to the point that at which, insofar as foreign nor but or yet so, yet not even withstanding, you would within itself be that which was referenced earlier. It's like, at what point do you even, it's going on, you know? No, there is nuance here, absolutely. There are only, oh my god, there are 9 viewers and there are 10. It's always a fleeting moment. It's always a fleeting moment. You know, that nine. You know what I'm talking about? Something about 9. Like the number 9. You know what I mean? It's like, and it's weird because you'd think that I would be all about 12, right? If we've got a number as divisible such as 9, but 12 is too even. You know, 12 is too even. That's my problem. It's got that, it's poisoned with evilness. But I mean, you look at 9, you've got what? Where are the factors? 1, 3, 9. That's beautiful. It is literally an oddity, you know. Kettle Trips agrees with me. Max says very roundabout way of saying it, but I get it. Exactly. And you have to take the roundabout way insofar as you circle around the truth. You have to, my grandpa was always saying this, you have to circle around the truth, because if you go straight into the truth, you actually diminish the understanding by scaring people too much. This is what I disagree with when it comes to radical art. Is you know, the painting has to match the furniture. The painting has to. Everybody say this with me in real life. The painting has to match the furniture, right? You can't just go for the truth. The truth is traumatic. People don't want the truth. No, I don't want the truth. Do you want the truth? You may lie to yourself and say, oh, I want the truth. No, you like to think of yourself as wanting the truth. You don't want the truth. Nobody wants the truth. And so, that's what I mean when I say the painting has to match the furniture, y'all. Or else everybody starts shrieking. That's really scary. So we're going to make the painting start to match the furniture from now on. And basically, we're going to start to dominate with people power, hashtag people power, free bleeding complex 2016. It's like anything can be good if you justify it for long enough. Shout out to Noki, whose bones are aching and burning from this live stream. Let me just read these. You guys are really saying some insightful things here. So, Dr. Loser says the briefness makes the 9 more valuable to your soul. Which I actually agree with. It is that ephemeral brevity of transient. And, Max says 9 is good. I like 7 and 13, 11. They're my favorite, but are definitely deep red and dark green. Yeah, definitely. Dr. Loser says less power, but more power. Can't disagree with that. I already went over Noki's comment. Greed says having 9 viewers tells me a lot about you. When you have 9 viewers, it is like we are one in the same. Then another person joins, and it's like someone has ripped me from your life, love, happiness, help. And I know the exact experience that you're talking about, actually, Greed. But that is part of the ebb and flow. That is part of the look up the hero's journey, Joseph Campbell. Yeah, look up Jungian archetype hero's journey, Joseph Campbell. Max says the less you say about the actuality, the more self can fill in their own truths. Exactly. No, yeah, exactly. High entropy. Zedius says, I feel good more than evil most of the time. I'm reaffirming my positive chakras. That's very positive and good. Max says, it's like playing a 7th chord. The 9 wants to become 10. The 7th wants to resolve. But the expected is boring. Exactly, and that is why the world has to keep itself fresh, because it insists that the world has to keep itself fresh, because it insists that the world has to keep itself fresh, because it insists that the world has to... And that's why I dominate my enemies with power. That's why I seriously do this on a daily basis in my video games. By doing it in the video game, I'm doing it in real life and dying in real life too. That's why I'm immortal. Oh yeah, Kierkegaard. Yeah, I've read all the philosophy. Yeah, Kierkegaard, freaking Kant. He's actually, it's actually pronounced Kant. I've read yes, Nietzsche. I love Nietzsche. I just, there's something about Nietzsche that I... And also, oh my god, Horkheimer. Oh, and I love Hegel. I love Hegel and Horkheimer. And Adorno. Yes. I love all philosopher. I agree with every philosopher. That's how much I love philosophy. I agree with every philosopher. Just because I love agreeing so much. And so I fucking kill my enemies. And so I fucking set out to do that thing which I love to do. Which is killing all of my enemies. There's so much to learn when you're fucking defeating them. With a sincere intent. And that's the most important part. So I kill the Overmind, and it's symbolic for like ego death when I did acid in 9th grade. When I was like, bro. Because like the other kids were like, oh my god, they were like Disney Channel brain, and I was like leveling up like 10 times more than them because of the acid. I was like, you guys. But we were cool friends, you know, even though they were weaker than me, we like found something slightly ethical as a friendship, and it was cool. It was cool. So I start dominating my enemies with power repeatedly to the point that I subjugate them within my own subsumed matrix of false understandings. Gorlami. And P. Saboteur channel says, what do you suppose of people who disagree? I suppose they're probably like, if you disagree with me, you're insecure about something, right? You know, you guys know what I mean though, right? It's like, if you disagree with me, it's like there are all sorts of people you could potentially disagree with, but it's like, if you're disagreeing with me just because of my history as a healer and like what it is I'm actually trying to do, which is heal people, it's like you have to be insecure about something if you're disagreeing with the guy that heals people, right? So that's what I have to say about the people who disagree. It's like, anyways, Zedius says, I like Hangul and his philosophy. It says a lot about the spirit and the body and how our spirit is detached from our body. Oh, okay. Yeah, detachment is a very important concept in life. Max says, I think Marcus Aurelius's Meditations is my absolute top one. Oh yeah, isn't that the Stoic? Yes, Stoicism, Stoic, Marcus. Kettle Chip says, like a balloon. Max says, ego death, yo, let's go. Max is macro dosing 50 sheets of acid. This is getting intense. Noki says, the power is making me ache and cackle. It's making my bones rattle. And it really, really hurts so bad. Yay, cool. Woohoo. I just caught your infectious attitude. And that's why we're getting married. Oh, I'm going to use you for your energy now. This is actually really good for us. I think I've played sufficiently. I've done a lot of video gaming today. I mean, really, guys, look at how far we've come. We're gonna stop playing video game for today. All right, guys? Look, we're quitting to desktop. There that goes. Goodbye, video game. Video game is gone now, okay? No more video game now. Now it's just you and me. Okay, guys? How are you guys doing now that it's just you and me? Let's get this guy here, right? Oh yeah, here we go. This will be more comfortable. Hey guys, so glad I finally have a chance to just talk with you one-on-one now that I'm done playing my video game. I really had a lot of fun playing my video game in front of you guys. Doing things in front of you guys makes me feel hyper real. You know, like the thing that's like being reified, like, I don't even know, 3-fold, 4-fold, who knows at this point. But thank you. I'm here now. And video game bye. I think the most potent healing rune, by the way, kettle chips, is the water droplet, because water represents the ocean and the ocean represents understanding. So, yeah. The electrician is the laughingstock of the industry, yet he is the most aloof of them all. I agree. I have a problem now where I can't disagree with you guys, and it's really stressful for me. Greed says, do you think that if we add one less finger, 9, oh fuck, that would be the total number of fingers we would have? One less would mean 9. That's because we have 10 by default. This does sound like it would. Oh. I'm sorry, I just dozed off thinking about the number 9. It's a really good number. Noki says it's dark and I'm scared. That's actually true. Everyone's being right back. This is comfortable. I love to hate to love you. That's the perfect circumstance. No video games. The streamer sucks. That's literally true. Equinox Eurobeat says video game. That's literally true. Kettleship says hey. That's hello. Zedia says I like video games, but I also like seeing human faces. Contact with humans. And hello, I have returned. Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Yeah, we're gonna have plenty of human contact today. You know, here I am. I just want to get a good look at you. You know, how you doing? You know what I mean? It's like, how you doing? You know what I'm talking about? So let's just get a real good look at you. Hey guys. So today we're just gonna be hanging out. Zedia says, if you disagreed with me, I would be very sad. It would bring a lot of negative energies into my space. Now, Zedius, when you say that it would bring a lot of negative energies into your space, what does that mean? Take time. Take your time to come up with an answer for this. Just wanted to say we have 10 likes and 10 viewers. That's very scary for us. We're in a very scary world now of having so many people listening to this and crying. To the point at which you guys, as my viewers, you are now listening to me. You are listening to these words. These words, what you need to appreciate, and I don't know if some of you are actually appreciating this right now as you listen. This is not merely an abstraction. And it is. This is an abstraction of an event that you are experiencing. To be perfectly candid, you are listening to sounds that are being made in your locality. I am not over there, and you are not listening to me. You are listening to, well, your speaker or your headphone or whatever. That's not me. That's not me, sure. But there is something to appreciate, and it's that it is a reflection of me insofar as there is a person right here, right now, perhaps so 20 to 30 seconds ago from your point of view, who was saying these things into a microphone that you are listening to. What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know. And Zedius, and then Greed, and okay, so Greed says, how did you find your calling as a healer? Is it because you like to see people cry? No, it's because I hate to see people cry, and I'm a healer, so I want to see them smile and feel happy and good things. And that's why I think that's why I'm a healer. It's not something I decided. Believe me, I wish I wasn't a healer. It's like Jesus, right? He I'm sure he had points where he wishes he wasn't Jesus, but I am. you know, it's part of my journey is learning to accept that. Right? Let's see. Dr. Loser, yes. David Lee Roth says, it is more preferable and right to fill the space with neutral energies so as to avoid the vacuum, as the vacuum is often filled with the energies that are actually bad. I cannot disagree with you guys right now. I don't know what the problem is, but I can't disagree with you guys, and it's really upsetting me. But I'm thankful that you're engaging, and I'm happy that you have things to say. And some part of me really finds it stressful that you say certain things, but I can't disagree with you. So, next comment. Zedius says, the evils would overpower me, which, although not bad on its own, it could make me do bad things, and that which would make it, and that would make me feel negative. The opposite of positive, but not neutral. Compromised spaces. Okay. I understand what you mean now, Zedius. I really appreciate that clarification. Thank you. Kettle Chip says, yeah, like a hostile battleground. Yeah, it is like a hostile battleground every day. Every goddamn day. And I love it. Dr. Loser says, what if my headphones are lying and betraying? Well, and that's actually a problem in information theory, is that how do we verify that the words, the message that you're receiving on your end is the very same message that I put out on my end? Can you know such a thing? I don't think you can. David Lee Roth says, true space inversion will remediate. That was very, very insightful, David. Very insightful. Everyone, say this out loud to yourself from now on. True space inversion will remediate. True space inversion will remediate. That's insightful. I can tell you've been alive at least 40 years. Zedius says, life is like a war. I think a philosopher said that once. I think so as well. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. Kettle Chip says, that's true, maybe. Well, gang, look, we've had all sorts of fun saying all sorts of things here today with one another, but the viewer count has gone down to 7, and that means it's time to go, because 7 is just a bad number. So, thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Shout outs to all the good ones. Peace.